All right, beginners, we are on Geography 8, and you should have a page that looks just like this right here. And it says, World through Atlas. What is an atlas? Can you say atlas? Yeah, what is an atlas? Do you know what an atlas is? Let me show you. An atlas looks something like this, and this is DK's first atlas. A reference guide to countries of the world. Let me zoom in right here so you can look at it. There's a lot of pretty pictures on there. All right, so if I open up an atlas, let me see what's the first thing I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see a page that says our world, and it has what? What's this called right here? It has the ocean, 7 continents. It's called a map. All right, we have a picture of a map. And if I turn it some more, I'm gonna find, whoa, a lot of information about maps. And why do you think an atlas is important? Because we're learning about geography. And what's geography? It's the study of places, of where things are at, of maps. All right, geography, or atlas has a little bit of geography, an atlas has geography in it because it's the study of maps and information. All right, and where do atlases come from? Atlases come from people that travel, and they take note. That means they write stuff down of where they've been, of what places look like, how much people live there, how long did it take them for for them to get there. All right, they accumulate. That means they get a whole bunch of information about their journey, and then they make it into a book. Or back then they would probably have scrolls, a long paper where they would put all their information, or a diary where they would write this stuff down. And what's really neat is that if you remember in literature, who are we reading about? Christopher Columbus. What did Christopher Columbus do? He wanted to travel, and he's gonna start traveling. Now, it said Christopher Columbus is very what? Smart? Yeah, he was smart, but also said he was, the queen was wise. Christopher was very what? Smart. And do you think it'd be smart for someone who dreams about traveling to finally be able to travel, and then they just go and they travel and they come back home and say, oh yeah, that was fun. I did this and I did this. Oh, that's nice, but did you write any of it down? Did you have a diary and where you put information of your trip? He was smart, so that's what Columbus actually did. Is we're gonna find out later on that he would write things down as he would go on his travels. That's the only reason why we have so much information on Christopher Columbus, because he wrote down his story. And in his story, he has information of the places he traveled. All right, just like an atlas has information of different places in the world. Do you see how they're connecting? All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and write is this. A collection of maps and information. Go ahead and press pause if you need to. Great job. So what is an atlas? An atlas is a collection of maps and what else? Information. All right. Now, I didn't put maps and information of the world because there's different types of atlases. You can have a collection of information on bones, if people are studying about bones, or about dinosaurs. There's different types, all right? But this is a world atlas. So it talks about what? The world, all right? And I have a picture on your page that has a little picture and it says DK's first atlas. This one's a little bit different than ours, all right? But when you guys come back to school, I will have this out for you guys to go ahead and take a look at it, because there's a lot of very cool information. Here we have the Arctic. Remember Antarctica? Antarctica, where's the ocean? Antarctic Ocean. Is it warm or cold? It's cold. So Antarctic is what? North. It's up here, the Arctic, all right? And it has some very cool pictures of certain animals that only live in the Arctic. All right, there's a lot of neat information. If you can get one of these books for your home, I really do think you should, because there's a lot of great stuff in here. All right, if you like traveling as much as I do, I know I love looking at the atlas. Here's a picture of where Miss Sarah came from. Remember, we're from the US, and she's from where? from France. All right, so it has a map of France, and it talks about different things that you can find there. Let's take a look at just a couple of these things, all right, since we happen to open up on this page. We have the Eiffel Tower. It's a very tall tower that you actually can go to the top of. I went to it, and it was very high. When I looked down, people look like little ants. All right, we have a metro. A metro is something that we have in the US, but not unless you live in a big city like LA or New York. All right, we have, we have snails and cheese. Now, do you know why the French have snails there? Actually, because you can, in France, just like here in America, we have fried chicken. All right, you can go to KFC and get a bucket of fried chicken. In France, do you think they have fried chicken? No. Things are different here than they are in different parts of the world. And they don't have fried chicken in France. But one thing they do have, which is a delicacy, is snails. Not for pets, not to put in your garden, but to actually eat. I even tasted one once. It wasn't that bad, but kind of chewy. All right, there's a lot of different things in different parts of the world, and that's what makes an atlas so great. So even though you're in your home right now, or even though you can't go to school, you can have an atlas if you can get one. All right, and you can open it up to a different part of the world, and soon when you can read, or right now while your mommy reads to you, your daddy, or babysitter, or cousin, or sibling, you can read a little bit about another part of the world. All right, that's what makes an atlas so interesting, so fun, and so great. All right, so like I told you before, today is just a really short lesson about an atlas. All right, because next week we're going to be jumping in to learning more about where we are from, the United States of America. And we're going to learn some fun facts, all right, about where we live, some important facts. All right, so I can't wait to see you guys next geography class. Great job.